Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the DM Commuter fuel economy test on the 2023 Honda NC750X with the automatic 6-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. See how many times I can say automatic in this video. In today's test, we're going to head out on a 41-mile mixed driving loop that consists of highway driving, city driving, spirited riding, 55-mile-an-hour roads, pretty much everything you might encounter on a commute on a motorcycle. We're going to see what sort of fuel economy this commuter type bike gets. Now, this is probably one of the most relevant bikes we've tested in this fuel economy test series that we've been doing. We've done everything from the Suzuki Hayabusa down around 40 MPG, the Honda CRF 300L Rally that got up in the high 60s if I remember correctly. We've got this BMW F850 GS Trophy that got, I can't remember. I think it was something around the mid-40s or so with its bags and everything. But this one will be really interesting because for those of you who don't know, this is an excellent commuter motorcycle because of its accommodations, its automatic transmission, and its trunk or frunk or however you want to refer to it. Pop this open and you have this giant well of storage, large enough to fit a full face helmet. What is that in there? Oh, that's our kind of toolkit and books right in there conveniently. The fuel tank is stored underneath the bike, and it makes it so if you're going to ride a motorcycle like a car, this is a pretty good option for it. A few things to note for today. Outside temperature is about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. We've got our tire pressures set to their placard 36 psi front, 42 psi rear, and that's cold. And I'm going to be riding easily. I'm not going to be riding super aggressively. I'm going to be riding how you might if you were just waking up, getting into the office in the morning, getting away from stoplights at a reasonable pace, and trying to actually replicate how somebody might ride on this NC750. So without any further ado, let's get this thing to the fuel station, fill it up, and head out on the road. So this NC is a 750cc parallel twin, very similar to the Transalp that we tested not too long ago, but this motor is tuned much more calmly than the Transalp. It doesn't rev out and get nearly as exciting up on the higher revs as the Transalp did. So we're gonna see how I feel about it after an hour and a half on the saddle. But one of the benefits is that standing here in the garage in the morning, you got neighbors or something, you're really not gonna bother them all too much. It does have a little bit of a throaty rumble to it, but it's overall pretty quiet. You hear almost more injector than you do exhaust. We do have a few different riding modes. What do we have here? We got standard, rain, user, and sport. So we're going to do the test in standard. Weird enough going from brand to brand with motorcycles and where their blinkers and horns are and everything, but then going from a manual motorcycle to an automatic always takes a little bit of a refresher curve. Now the NC's only got a 3.8 gallon fuel tank, so can't imagine our range is going to be fantastic, but I am really curious what we're going to get here. I'm expecting at least 50. I'm going to be a bit disappointed if we don't get 50, but hey, it's still kind of a heavy bike, so we'll see how it does. I'm going to head out here on the test. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. Also, side note, some of you have expressed discontent with the time lapse, so let me know in the comments what you'd rather see. Do you want to see a slower version of it? Do you want to see, I don't know. I don't know how else to fill the time there that would be beneficial to show you all that the trip was done in a valid manner. So let me know if you have suggestions. We are all filled up, and I am impressed with the numbers that the bike is showing. 63.7 MPG according to our trip computer, and our odometer was pretty accurate as well. We're up to 41.6, but that's because I've pulled up the road here from the gas station. I gotta say, it's almost cliche to say this is the commuter motorcycle, but the automatic transmission really made negotiating stop-and-go traffic earlier a breeze. It's just one less thing you have to think of while you're driving around. You don't have to think about clutching in and out. Your foot's not kind of paying attention. It's just a very engaged driving experience from just paying attention to traffic and twisting your right wrist when it's time to go, and then obviously slowing down with your right foot and right hand. I'm a big fan of the DCT. I had it on my CTX 700, and then got it here on this one, and I'd really like to try it in an Africa Twin and a Goldwing as well. But to see if that figure is accurate on the dash, we topped the tank right back up to the same spot. So we did 41.5 miles divided by, and I'm a little suspicious of this number, but 0.614 gallons. Oh my gosh. All right, that's not too far off. 67.6 MPG according to our fill up. 64 on the bike. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Let's do 65 MPG here for the Honda NC750X. That's a lot better than I expected for the weight of this bike. I mean, it makes sense because the automatic transmission is constantly getting itself up to an efficient gear, especially in standard mode, but that's a pretty darn good figure for a bike that can hold as much as this can and take a passenger and still ride pretty sporty. However, like I said, we've only got a 3.8 gallon fuel tank, so 3.8 times 65 miles per gallon. Okay, still giving you a fairly appreciable 240 miles of cruising range and mixed riding here on the Honda NC for 2023. Pretty cool. All right, well, I'm going to be spending a few more weeks with this bike and getting some more impressions, riding it around, maybe trying to do a little bit of off-roading too. We do have that skid plate down there. Is that metal? No, it's plastic. Okay, that's what I thought. So if you do want to see more, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, ride on.